managed to make the papers because apparently I'd sacked everybody. I didn't sack everybody.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebs we're all sick of. For this list, we're looking at famous faces from Britain who have worn out their welcome with the public.
ITV has taken the Jeremy Kyle show off their catch-up service for now.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 20, Vicky Pattison.
My name is Vicky Pattison and I'm a reality TV star.
From Geordie Shore to the Queen of the Jungle, she's been a fixture on reality TV for over a decade. What began as charming Geordie authenticity has devolved into an exhausting carousel of sponsored posts and manufactured drama. Her constant reinventions, from boozy party girl to fitness guru to relationship expert, feel more strategic than sincere.
The minute I get to camp, I'm disappointed. There's no one here. Hello?
Though she's softened her image in recent years, one can't help but wonder if it's just another calculated move to extend her 15 minutes into perpetuity. Even on the latest series of Strictly, she made the papers by allegedly making a rude comment to Tess Daly.
The bush tucker trials have got nothing on our dunny right now. I should have won meals for camp just for going in there and doing me morning business.
Number 19, Joe Wicks.
People assume that because I'm in the health and fitness industry, I don't eat junk food, but I love it.
He was slowly becoming popular online throughout the 2010s, but everything changed when the nation went into lockdown and Wicks was leading the charge to keep the nation fit while we couldn't go outside. Today, the body coach is inescapable, appearing in a controversial Channel 4 documentary in 2025.
These are all legally allowed in food. Under UK law, this is safe to consume in the quantities that you've gone through.
Joined by Dr. Chris, who's nearly as annoying as Wicks is these days, Wicks aimed to make Britain's deadliest protein bar, the Killer Bar, all to encourage the government to put warning labels on processed ingredients like emulsifiers and sweeteners. The problem? Those things are all clearly labeled already, and Wicks's creation actually had worse labeling than the government standard.
I'm curious to know if people are actually going to buy it. This kind of looks quite delicious and enticing, but could you say they're evil?
Number 18, Rylan Clark.
We need to talk about Nigel Farage, don't
Yes,
we?
we do.
That infectious laugh once charmed viewers when he was the lovable underdog on The X Factor. Fast forward a decade and you'd be hard-pressed to find a show he hasn't presented, narrated, or guest starred on. The television omnipresence was already pushing it, but his emotional private life becoming tabloid fodder took things into overkill territory.
This is the narrative we're being fed. Here's the hotel, here's the phones, here's the iPad, here's the NHS in reception of your hotel.
While he's genuinely talented as a presenter, the Rylan saturation point was reached long ago, about 5 minutes after his teary outburst in Nicole Scherzinger's arms. In 2025 though, he ruffled a few feathers when he went on an anti-immigration rant live on This Morning.
Festos might not have an election till 28, 29, but what
To be
he's
honest, I
saying
think
is...
we need something soon.
Number 17, Jamie Oliver.
Trust me with your kids' health, not them. No, I've always had detractors.
This Mockney chef has been wagging his fingers at our eating habits for what feels like centuries. His school dinner campaign might have been well-intentioned, but the self-righteousness has only intensified with each passing year.
I would like an apology off you for calling me a big fat scrubber on Top Gear.
Did I call you that?
Yes, sure did.
The endless cookbook empire built on chuck-it-in simplicity has become a parody of itself. Despite his restaurant chain's spectacular collapse, he continues to position himself as Britain's culinary conscience.
I mean, sometimes you can be a bit pompous. You really can.
Perhaps most grating is his habit of appropriating international cuisines with his twist that inevitably involves whacking in some olive oil and chili. Be honest, how many times have you tried to follow a Jamie Oliver recipe only to find it requires something you'd have to find in the nearest Waitrose?
Now, who would still eat this? Great. So there you go. The whole experiment failed.
Number 16, Rebecca Vardy.
Rebecca Vardy is the one suing Rooney for libel, but today her own words are in the spotlight.
Jamie Vardy's wife remains more famous for Wagatha Christie than any actual accomplishments. She's become a byword for public feuding and social media mudslinging.
Colleen Rooney's lawyer David Sherborne suggested you were perfectly happy for the staged photo to take place, perfectly happy for Caroline Watt to do the dirty, as long as the dirt doesn't come back on you. Not true, said Mrs Vardy.
Her endless legal battles and terse pronouncements give the impression of someone desperately clinging to relevance. Instead of talent or charm, she has relied on tabloid drama, but even that well seems to be running dry.
In October 2019, Colleen Rooney claimed she'd caught Vardy leaking fake stories about her to the press through her private Instagram account. 3 were published in The Sun, including one about a flood at her house.
Many see her as a symbol for the dark side of celebrity, a toxic blend of ego and petty rivalries, while Colleen Rooney has come out smelling of roses, selling a book, and having a lucrative stint on I'm a Celeb.
Rebecca Vardy had earlier denied lying after her witness statements had been changed in the run-up to the trial.
Number 15, Anton Deck.
I thought I was part of an Anton Deck wind-up.
The nation's sweethearts have become the nation's inescapable duo. For 30 years, they've dominated Saturday night television with their matey banter and synchronized presenting style. Their formulaic approach to entertainment, now so predictable you could set your watch by it, hasn't evolved since the 90s. They were recently usurped at the 2025 National Television Awards for Best Presenter by Gary Lineker, which comes as a relief to many, but they still dominate light entertainment. Will we ever escape this Geordie duo? Will anybody else be willing to go down under and present I'm a Celeb every year? Only time will tell.
But what's not fake is you facing an undercover on Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway!
Number 14, Amanda Holden.
We're happy. We're very happy.
I know you're happy. Well, we know that you're very happy.
It's clear by now that Amanda Holden must have made some sort of Faustian pact to have such a gilded career, selling her soul to the devil in exchange for a high-profile marriage to Les Dennis that shot her into fame.
I'm on the phone going, hurrah, I have such a wonderful life, and he obviously doesn't.
She'd already been trying to break into TV, including appearing as a contestant on Blind Date, aged just 19, but her acting career only really kicked into gear in the late 90s.
Moving on to you, number 2, what's your name and where do you come from?
Hello, Stella, my name's Amanda and I'm from London.
Though she eventually left this morning over an alleged but still unconfirmed dispute with Phillip Schofield, you'll still see her all over your screens and even hear her on the radio every morning. Racy outfits, an abrasive laugh, and a myriad bizarre cover albums of Broadway standards, Amanda Holden's fame remains an enigma.
I am wearing underwear, I'll just check. Yes, I am.
Number 13, Michael Barrymore.
Do you call for lamb? 25 years in the business, married girl.
God, don't do that to me. You frighten me to death.
Once the king of light entertainment, his career imploded following the tragic death of Stuart Lubbock at his home in 2001. The subsequent decades have seen periodic comeback attempts, each more uncomfortable than the last. The passage of time hasn't diminished public unease, and each television return serves as an unwelcome reminder of unresolved questions.
Anthea?
No, you're sabotaging.
That's not the whole time.
You obviously are very, very lacking in confidence to sabotage my dinner.
Some celebrities simply can't or shouldn't attempt to reclaim their former glory, but Barrymore's recently found a new outlet, the internet. He's got over 4 million TikTok followers, posting bizarre vlogs where he goes to his local corner shop in the middle of the night to buy Mars bars.
Hey everyone, I've got the munchies. I need some sweets, I've run out of them, so let's get them.
Number 12, Prince Harry.
Kensington Palace sounds very regal. Of course it does. It says palace in the name. But Nottingham Cottage was so small.
Prince Harry's transition from beloved royal to media mainstay has been marked by a mix of sympathy and sheer fatigue. His candid interviews, memoirs, and high-profile controversies flood tabloids, making it tough to escape his story. For some, his openness is refreshing. For others, it's an exhausting cycle of drama and self-promotion.
He would just hit his head constantly in that place because he's so tall. Me with a hoe and H varnishing.
The persistent royal overshadowing, coupled with personal grievances aired far and wide, contribute to a sense of enough already. He still dominated the news cycle in 2025 because of his ongoing intrusion cases about various newspapers for phone hacking, though he's won a fortune in damages against the News Group and Mirror Group.
It was just a chapter in our lives where I don't think anyone could believe what it was actually like behind the scenes.
Number 11, The Beckhams.
Now, Nicola and Brooklyn were no-shows at David Beckham's recent 50th birthday celebration.
This power couple has been carefully curating their brand since the 90s, but the shine has well and truly come off. Their constant reinventions, from footballer and pop star to fashion designers, documentary subjects, and influencers, smack of insatiable ambition rather than genuine passion.
I am being honest.
What car did your dad drive you to school in?
So my dad did.
No, one answer.
My dad.
What car was it?
All right, it's not a simple answer
what
because.
What did you get your dad to drive?
It depends.
No.
The transparent attempts to manufacture their children's fame feels particularly cynical. Their documentary revealed nothing but presented everything in the most calculated manner possible. Britain has grown weary of this family enterprise masquerading as authentic celebrity.
Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce.
Thank you.
Number 10, Gemma Collins.
So sorry I'm late. I have such a manic lifestyle.
The GC has turned being extra into a full-time profession. What began as entertaining diva behavior on Towie has morphed into an exhausting persona that consumes everything in its path. Her catchphrases and meltdowns feel increasingly staged for maximum social media impact.
Diva? You calling me a diva? I know I was late, but I ain't having it. Who does he think he's talking to?
Behind the larger-than-life character lies a savvy operator who understands that outrageous behavior pays dividends in the attention economy. However, even the most outlandish character becomes tiresome when the act never evolves beyond self-parody.
Just breathe through your mouth.
Number 9, Piers Morgan.
And I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this programme.
Professional Provocateur doesn't even begin to cover it. This walking controversy generator has made a career from manufactured outrage and punching down. His spectacular flounce off Good Morning Britain when challenged about his Meghan Markle obsession revealed the fragility behind the bravado.
But yet you continue to trash her.
Okay. I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, but not my own stuff.
The hypocrisy of demanding others toughen up while being pathologically unable to handle criticism himself hasn't gone unnoticed.
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical behaviour.
His transparent desperation to remain relevant through increasingly extreme opinions has become a textbook example of attention-seeking behavior. He's soon to return to our screens, however, bringing his online talk show to Channel 5.
Following discussions with ITV, Piers Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain.
Number 8, Katie Price.
That's another thing. I've done a lot of reflecting. I think it's best that I'm on my own. I just don't want to be in a relationship.
The artist, formerly known as Corden, has been on a public downward spiral for years. Her constant relationship drama, financial troubles, and brushes with the law have transformed from entertaining tabloid fodder to something more uncomfortable.
I hope we can remain friends as of I came out.
Okay.
So
no more.
So you and Alex are split now?
I'm not with him, no.
The cycle of cosmetic procedures, publicity stunts, and tell-all interviews has become depressingly predictable. What's particularly exhausting is her skill at monetizing every personal crisis through exclusive deals.
And you don't have Botox but it should be. I don't mean to say you do, but you look so good on it. Can you, Katie?
The Corden of the 90s was a shrewd businesswoman. Today's version feels like watching exploitation in real time. The tabloids just can't get enough of Price and will report on absolutely anything she says or does. Number 7, Noel Edmonds.
All I did was ask of the person you're referring to a question. I've never said negative thinking causes cancer.
From Deal or No Deal to bizarre cosmic ordering theories, this TV veteran has traversed the line between eccentric and insufferable. His pseudoscientific health claims, including that cancer is caused by negative energy, have rightly drawn public condemnation.
I believe doctors and scientists who say that disruption of our immune system by negative energy makes you prone to diseases of which cancer is one.
The bizarre feud with the banking sector and his retreat to New Zealand haven't diminished his capacity to irritate from afar. His peculiar blend of new age philosophy and grumpy old man energy exemplifies a celebrity who has lost touch with both reality and their audience, and he spent years now campaigning against wind farms, saying that the, quote, wind industry is spreading propaganda and that wind turbines will destroy the countryside.
I am loving. I am love.
Number 6, James Corden.
If I lived in New York, I'd go every day on the proviso that, you know, they would let me in. So...
A meteoric rise across the pond couldn't mask the growing backlash at home. Tales of diva behavior towards service staff have severely damaged his man-of-the-people persona. The carpool karaoke host's particular brand of sycophantic celebrity interviewing became increasingly cringe-inducing as his fame grew.
I made a rude comment, and it was wrong. It was an unnecessary comment. It was ungracious to the server.
His performances across film and television, from Cats to The Prom, have been met with collective groans rather than applause. His return to British shores has been met with all the enthusiasm of a wet weekend in Bognor, though there are rumours that he and Ruth Jones are teaming up to pen another sitcom.
I called him straight away and I told him how upset I was. I was upset, how upset I was that anybody was hurt by anything that I had done.
Number 5, Greg Wallace.
If you'd like some help, if you'd like to discuss coaching, discuss some help, you can direct message me here.
We wouldn't be so sick of him if he didn't post to his Instagram page incessantly, constantly talking about how he's reinventing himself as a fitness influencer while trying to dispute the allegations made against him.
I want to apologise for any offence that I caused with my post yesterday.
Well, dozens of those allegations of misconduct have now been upheld following an investigation, most of them relating to him making lewd and inappropriate comments. In a more disturbing incident, an employee on MasterChef accused him of taking off his trousers and flashing her after asking her into his dressing room.
I can see the complaints coming from a handful of middle-class women of a certain age.
He denied this too, and is now saying the BBC has discriminated against him for being autistic, which apparently means he's unable to realise that being inappropriate around women he barely knows is wrong.
Would you like to know the truth about the stories regarding me taking my trousers down?
Number 4, Phillip Schofield.
Where did you first meet this young man in question? What were the circumstances?
I was invited by a friend of mine to go to a school.
The fall from grace was as spectacular as it was deserved. For years, Scove projected a wholesome family man image while reportedly creating a toxic work environment. His admission of an unwise but not illegal affair with a much younger colleague revealed the hypocrisy behind the facade.
In my statement, it says, consensual relationship, fully legal. I mean, that was approved by both sides.
The subsequent PR offensive, including a strategically tearful BBC interview, failed to generate the sympathy he clearly expected. He disappeared for a bit, only to rise from the ashes and strand himself on a desert island, slowly going bananas while he recounted his backstabbing at the hands of Holly Willoughby and the rest of the conspirators at ITV.
You've had a workplace fling, and you lie about it. And a great many people would have had a workplace fling and lied about it.
Number 3, Graham Linehan.
I'll admit, I'm not a great person to be in this conversation.
Once beloved as the genius behind Father Ted and the IT Crowd, his transformation into a single-issue obsessive has been painful to witness. His relentless campaign against trans rights has overshadowed any comedic legacy he might have had. What began as controversial opinions has devolved into what appears to be a full-time crusade that cost him professionally and personally.
Right, talking about eugenics and comparing trans activists to Nazis is not going to make this debate less toxic. What you're doing is fanning the flames.
The tragic irony of the creator of progressive humanist comedy becoming synonymous with intolerance hasn't been lost on formerly devoted fans who now wish he'd simply log off. Even Chris Morris won't talk about Linehan anymore.
Quite a lot of women think that they can speak for themselves, thank you, and they don't necessarily need Graham Linehan.
Number 2, Jeremy Kyle.
The saddest thing really is, it should be about Steve.
This exploitative ringmaster presided over what was essentially poverty porn disguised as moral guidance. His show's cancellation following a participant's death came far too late after years of turning vulnerable people's struggles into entertainment. Kyle's aggressive confrontational style and dubious lie detector tests created a toxic atmosphere that punched down at those least able to defend themselves.
He's just a statistic, a number to them, isn't he? But now, look what they've done. They've opened up such a big box.
His attempted comeback as a radio presenter, then joining the roster at GMB as another inflammatory replacement for Piers Morgan, shows a staggering lack of self-awareness from someone who should have been relegated to the broadcasting bin permanently.
This is what the Jeremy Kyle show is famous for. The family feuds, the jaw-dropping confessions, the glimpse into troubled lives.
Number 1. Laurence Fox.
It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
What are you doing here?
We're coming to meet your next mayor.
From Lewis to full-time culture warrior, this transformation has been nothing short of shocking. Fox has dedicated himself to fighting what many would say are imaginary battles against woke politics while displaying staggering ignorance on most subjects he addresses. His Reclaim Party political venture and online outbursts have replaced any actual artistic output.
Laurence Fox, we're here in Westminster. Can you be London Mayor?
100%.
Why?
Because everyone's going to vote for me and I'm going to be London Mayor.
The desperate attention-seeking through increasingly extreme statements suggests someone who's realized controversy is more profitable than a middling acting career. The speed at which he's alienated former colleagues, friends, and family is matched only by public exhaustion with his perpetual victimhood complex.
Have you got a chance of being an MP?
After my 4-year stint as London Mayor, I will then move in there.
Did your personal irritant make the list? Let us know in those comments below.